Here are 5 things to think about if you're going to go on a backpacking trip as someone who goes on their first backpacking trip next week. My husband and I got the permit for Havasupai Falls in the Grand Canyon, and I could not be more excited. Number 1, what and how are you going to eat? If you are planning on having like an MSR stove where you can boil water and put dehydrated meals in and things like that, that requires so much planning. I tried my first dehydrator meal yesterday and it was a total failure. And since things take so long to dehydrate, give yourself plenty of time to learn and test different things because it'll take more than once. Number 2, where and how are you going to sleep? You want to make sure that you're comfortable, but without taking so many things with you that it's just weighing you down on the hike. Get you a nice lightweight sleeping pad, a good sleeping bag for the proper weather that you're going to be in, and a really reliable backpacking tent. Number 3, what are you going to do in case of an emergency? Do you have a first aid kit? Do you have a GPS device? Make sure you're covered because backpacking is a whole different ballgame. Number 4, if you are going to film content, how are you going to do it? Consider getting a small camera like a GoPro or something instead and use your phone instead of taking a big old bulky camera. If you want to carry the extra weight, great. Just be alarmed that those will feel heavy after a while. And number 5, and possibly the most important, prepare for the weather. We are supposed to have 1 day of rain, but we don't want to feel miserable during that time because you are outside for however many hours straight. So just make sure that whether you're too cold, too hot, it's going to rain, it's going to snow, whatever the weather conditions are, be prepared so you aren't miserable. Follow along to see how our trip goes.